Hello everyone, in this short we're going to discuss the Terraform configuration syntax. I have an already deployed Terraform configuration here using this directory structure, and you can see that it's deployed by going to DigitalOcean and you'll see that my VM is there. Now, generally speaking, when you look at a new Terraform codebase, you're going to want to look for like the main.tf. That's usually like the entry point or the primary file that you would want to look in. Now, it doesn't have to be called main.tf, and you can have many .tf files in a directory, but generally speaking, the convention is to use a main.tf, so that'll usually be your starting point for finding Terraform config. Inside the main.tf, you'll see all of the top level keywords that Terraform supports. I'm using almost all of them here. There's just a few that I'm not actually using, but we can cover those in different shorts. Now, Terraform syntax, this syntax that you're seeing is called HashiCorp Configuration Language, or HCL. And HashiCorp chose this because it was kind of a mix between being readable and also being like extensible. And if I had to describe HCL, it's kind of just like JSON, but with comments and fewer quotation marks, right? This syntax is very similar to JSON, but you can do things like add a comment, right? Like a comment. And in Terraform, these HCL blocks have what are called block names and block labels, right? So this is the name of the block. These are labels for the blocks. And inside of them, you can have nested blocks and you can have attributes, right? Attributes are things you can set, and nested blocks allow you to have attributes within. So you can see this like nested structure, much like how JSON works, right? To go down the line here of all of the different top level configuration items that Terraform supports, at the top here you have the Terraform block. The Terraform block is there to configure Terraform itself, tell Terraform what providers you're using, configure backends, etc. So things that you need to configure Terraform itself for. Then you have a provider top level block. This provider block is what you can use to configure the provider that you're using. So Terraform doesn't just magically know what provider you want to use, you have to configure it. And here my block is empty because I'm passing all of the configuration for this provider, like API credentials, via environment variables. Then you have a variable block that allows you to declare variables so that you can dynamically pass information into the Terraform config. So when I go to apply this configuration, I can set this namespace variable and change the behavior of Terraform, right? I can dynamically pass information. Then you have a data block. Think of a data block as just a read-only Terraform resource. It allows Terraform to reach out to the API and read information back. And in this example, I'm reading the sizes that DigitalOcean supports, right? The different CPU and RAM sizes that DigitalOcean supports in the New York 3 region. So I'm allowed to do that like at runtime. Then you have a resource block. This is the primary block that you're going to see in Terraform because this represents your real resources that you're using, right? The real resources that you're managing. Here, I'm just managing an SSH key, and Terraform will, create, read, update, or delete that. Then I have this module block here. Modules are nothing more than an abstraction where you put all different Terraform configuration in this module, and then you can reuse and share that module and call it again and again and again. It's similar to like a function in programming, right? I can put different resources, data sources, variables inside this module, and I can call it again and again. Then at the end here, you have this output block. The output block allows you to expose information from your configuration to your caller. So if I were to run this configuration real quick, you would see it prompts me for my variable, and this configuration has already been done. And you'll see that my output is output here. So this is all the information about that VM. So that's the Terraform configuration in a nutshell. I'll put the directory tree up again. And to recap, the Terraform configuration syntax is called HashiCorp Configuration Language, or HCL. And it's kind of like a more readable JSON, but with comment support. And there's different top level blocks that you can use in your HCL to do different things in Terraform. Thank you for watching this short, and I will see you in the next one.